Alright, so here it is, the Pfaff 134. The last video just cut out, but I think I'm going to splice this into 2 videos anyway, so I just figured I'd make a shorter video so you can just see how the thing sews. And then on the other video I kind of did more of an introduction and how to wind the bobbin and how to thread the machine. So if you're interested in seeing that, then go to the link in the bottom in the description and it'll forward you to the longer version of this video. But it cut out, so I just figured I'll just do a shorter one. So the motor on it is a clutch motor. It has the knee lift. Be wary of anybody that tells you that you can't sew on a clutch motor. So you can hear I just started it up. It is not true. On a properly adjusted machine with a clutch motor, you can absolutely get slow speed control and have plenty of control on it. So it does take a little bit of practice, and that doesn't mean, oh, it's impossible. It feels different than a standard home sewing machine. So you gotta get used to it. But anyway, so let's load it up. So I think this is a size 16 or 100 needle. The thread is Mara 70 Gutermann thread, which is a Tex 40. And this will do 70 or 90, no problem. But this is some heavyweight denim. Let's do 4 layers so I have more surface area to work with here. And then I'll do more. So you can see how smooth the machine is. Let me try to reposition myself. So you can see the slow speed control you have. I mean that's, and even people say, oh, it'll take off on you. No, just you'll get used to feathering the clutch. Like here, I'm just putting a little bit of pressure, and a lot of it is foot placement too. So the machine does have a knee lift, so you can see that my hands aren't touching the lift. So you lift it with your knee, and then you can see the quality of the stitch. That was really slow speed at about 3.5 millimeter stitch length. So if you want to go fast, you can go slow, then you can speed it up, then you can speed it up, and the machine will blaze. But you don't have to go, you can go slow if you want. If you're doing precision work, like let's say I was doing seam work, come up to the edge, raise the presser foot, I mean that's the speed that you would sew if you're going to do something like that, or if you're doing parallel stitches, like if I'm trying to run parallel that inner stitch. You're coming around to bend or something. You're going to pivot out. So there you go. You can see how the thing sews. So you can do, the longest stitch on it is 5 millimeters. So this is the longest stitch length. It does have reverse, and the forward and reverse are pretty well matched up. So you'll end up going with the same hole majority of the time. You can do really short stitch length. Let's do 2. You do a really tight stitch. Go slow. Bury the needle, use the knee lift. Reverse, forward again. So you can see you have a lot of control with this clutch motor. I actually prefer the feel of the clutch motor to a servo motor. The servo motor, just the power isn't really linear. It's not as predictable. I really prefer the clutch motors, and they last forever. Like these modern servo motors, I mean I have one, so I speak from experience. I had to modify the light sensor on it, and even still it just doesn't feel as good to me. Yes, it's quieter when it's not operating, but I actually kind of like the background hum of the clutch motor as it's spinning. So you can see the thing sews. You want to see, just pull it out. I'll double it up so you can see. But the stitch quality on this is phenomenal, and it's very fast and ridiculously smooth. Let's do 8 layers. I normally don't push my machines like this. but I'm just gonna do it for a demonstration purpose. And you can see the knee lift gives you plenty of presser foot lift. You have over, my entire finger can fit underneath the presser foot. Now you're not gonna sew that thick of material, but what's really convenient about it is it helps you in getting material in and out underneath the presser foot, or pivoting, or whatever. On a home sewing machine, you don't have that kind of clearance. You're struggling with the presser foot. So here, this is 8 layers, and it just walks right through it without issue. And that's just going slow. I can go super fast too, and you still see really balanced, consistent stitches, regardless if it's 4 layers or 8. It'll even do more. It'll do 12 layers. I'm not going to do it because it's just not how I treat my machines, but it'll do it for whatever reason. If you're going to, I don't know really when you would do 12 layers. Maybe through a seam on like a bag or something, but it'll walk right through that, no problem. And this is the standard feed dog set. So you want to see? I'll show you high speed on the 8 layers. So. And it's very smooth, really consistent. I don't know, I can't say enough good things about this machine. So there it is. This is the Pfaff 134-0-6. It's a straight stitch bottom feed Lockstitch sewing machine. Vintage, probably from the 50s, most likely with the decaling. So, yep, there it is.